Okay, today we're going to talk about what could be considered an organization's most important asset, knowledge.
Let's take a look at what makes knowledge valuable, the challenges organizations have in managing such knowledge, and discuss how organizational knowledge can be shared.
So, what is organizational knowledge?
Knowledge is often thought to be the property of individuals.
However, a great deal of knowledge is both produced and held collectively.
Only when knowledge is shared across the members of an organization is it considered to be organizational knowledge.
Organizational knowledge is generated when people work together in groups.
Over time, this provides a mutual understanding of common practice.
This type of knowledge is therefore interdependent knowledge. It relies on the contributions of many. An organization that invests in encouraging knowledge sharing and creation is investing in a sustainable future.
Unique knowledge offers organizations a competitive advantage and could be considered an organization's key asset.
Those organizations that understand and value knowledge will take the time to identify and leverage their core competence. Knowledge that cannot be expressed verbally, tacit knowledge, is often seen as the most valuable. Knowledge management, therefore, is often referred to as the management of unshared knowledge.
Organizational knowledge is difficult to share and capture because, unlike information and data that can be stored in devices and retrieved, knowledge is bound to and held by individuals.
Hierarchies also make knowledge sharing difficult. Different layers within the organization share specialized knowledge born through practice, something called know-how. Know-how is often shared at specific levels within an organization, but not throughout. One of the biggest challenges is that employees have individual views of what is considered knowledge and what should be shared. What is valuable knowledge for one might be redundant for another. For this reason, explicit knowledge, that knowledge which can be easily shared and articulated, is often the least shared within an organization.
Language is also often a barrier to express concepts. People have to be able to understand and communicate with each other to be able to exchange knowledge.
What happens when employees prefer to share knowledge with colleagues in other organizations or communities of practice instead of within their organization? This is often called leakiness. Sometimes knowledge spreads outside despite the best efforts to capture it within. Remember, knowledge is fluid.
So, how can organizations overcome the challenge of weaving all this spread out knowledge and sharing it within?
Since knowledge is bound to individuals, the key to capturing and activating collective knowledge is social interaction.
People in organizations learn through social interaction and practice. They learn through sharing experiences, sharing stories, even sharing perspectives and opinions.
Organizations have to encourage a culture of sharing and communities of practice.
Mentorship programs that convey the know-how to newer employees and help them fit in help speed up knowledge transfer.
Theorists have proven that suitable social environments do more for knowledge transfer than technologies. For this reason, it is essential that communication technologies move from focusing on storage and retrieval to providing suitable environments for social sharing.
In the last few years, we have witnessed how collaborative platforms such as wikis have encouraged a culture of knowledge creation.
Social media has exploded and is now part of our personal lives, work, and culture.
For technology to be useful as a knowledge management tool, it has to be flexible, facilitate social interactions, and be embedded in our communities. Devices like the telephone and now the smartphones are successful technologies not only because they help us move information, but because they're part of our daily life.
Technology needs to be flexible because individuals learn and work differently from one another. As much as employees need to adapt to the existing technologies, technologies need to adapt to the changing individuals and communities of practice that use them.
In conclusion, an organization's most valuable asset is the knowledge people have across the organization, but the challenge is to get people to share it.
Since people in organizations learn through social interaction, shared practice, and experience, the ease of transferring knowledge depends more on suitable social contexts than on technologies.
For this reason, knowledge management systems need to provide a proper social context, encouraging people to interact and exchange. Thank you. That's